a confusing episode for a lot of people who thought that I forgot.
Nick
Completely forgot.
Nick Huntley.
Nick Huntley. I was getting Lee Ingleby.
Nick Huntnell.
He's got an unfortunate surname when you think of it as well.
Nick Huntley. Now we don't know. Is he Balaclava man? He certainly seems to be a bit sort of henpecked, and there's abuse going on.
Overly emotional about something which he hasn't. I mean, okay, there was the fear that he might lose his job, but he's a lawyer. He should know.
We were back to the old AC12 interviews.
A 22-minute scene.
Yeah. Starting off, though, first with Luke getting a bit of a bodies reunion with Patrick Balladie.
I love Patrick Balladie. Love him.
As the lawyer for Nick Huntley. They brought him in to accuse him of Steve's attack, but there's no concrete evidence apart from that photo of Balaclava Man. And then we go into the massive, as Luke said, 22-minute interview where...
Luke, don't insert the whole 22 minutes in the podcast.
No?
Please.
Oh, damn it. Can I edit it down to my favourite 2 minutes?
Possibly.
Ted Hastings thought he had Roz on the ropes, and then she fired back with a lot of information that she had got from Hilton, the ACC. The scene near the end with Manit from AC12 giving Hilton the file. Now, we are led to believe that she's the one who's been leaking the information to him that he then gave to Roz. But correct. I've got a theory that she and Hilton are both working with AC12 to bring Roz down, thinking that he's on her side when really he's working with AC12. Just because my feeling for this is that his sort of protestations about wanting to bring AC12 down and how big for their boots there are were so sort of over the top.
I have no build-up or anything that I can look at that I can remember that suggests that she has been anyway unhappy with the treatment that she or anyone else has received at AC12. I appreciate that
goes to my theory.
Yes, it does go to that certainly goes to your theory. But the kind of broader theme that you're thinking is she's about to leave on maternity leave.
She's not happy with her package.
Maybe she's getting fewer weeks than she planned.
The implication is that she may not be happy either about her situation or Vicky McClure's situation on her behalf, but she's never even so much as had a cross word with any of the management.
I know what you're saying with this, Gary, is that she's a character. She's a secondary character, really. I think that's part of the point, that she isn't a character you've thought about much. So then you start thinking about her when you see her in this dark alley with this file. The other thing I liked about this episode was the, and again, it goes back to my thing about liking the little intricacies, is in both interviews where they had the new copper, Jamie, played by Royce Pearson, fumbling with the files, not being able to get the video evidence on the screen, because that all felt so believable to me, because why would he? He's just started there.
Been thrown in.
I think now what Roz Huntley has done is she's made a rod for her own back. She's made enemies within AC12, and once those two get back into their mode, they will expose her.
I don't know. I think she's undermined the whole investigation.
No, she's gone for that. She's gone for the boss, and I don't think he's the tough guy, but he doesn't ever do any of the legwork.
Speaking, we had people over but weren't watching Line of Duty, blah blah blah, said that. But one of the people stayed the night, and I could not watch the 4th episode on TV. My parents were ready, and she'd never seen it. Luckily, the previously on Line of Duty is quite long. It takes up the majority of the film.
Yeah.
By the end, we were all, including the person who hadn't seen it, completely chomping at the bit. That interview scene, the living room's never been so quiet. We were all just engrossed completely. That is exquisite writing, matched with incredible performances that I don't think you can top. This is British drama at its best. If anyone asks me what is British drama and how would you personify it, it is that episode.
And
I think that episode was my favourite episode of Line of Duty for a long time, and I loved the show anyway.
Because we had the interviews back.
I just feel like whenever I switch this on and it starts on a Sunday,
and
whatever happens, however bonkers, Jed just knows what he's doing, and I've got such faith in him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Although I don't like that little sideline, I've got faith he'll draw it back in, and that's why I quite like Mike? Who's Mike?
Mike and the Mechanic.
That's why I quite
Yeah,
like
are they looking over your shoulder?
That's why I quite like Matt's theory, because that makes more sense to me than the idea that all of a sudden she's just anti-AC-12.
I thought this was the best episode that Tandy Newton's had so far.
She's
Oh, hell yeah. Well, she
incredible.
was the star.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. We haven't said that for a long time. That's a catchphrase
hell.
brought out for a long time.
The thing now is, have we got any idea who Balaclava Man might be? Are there several Balaclava Men? Are we dealing to Patrick
Are they
Ballard?
like the Blue Man Group?
Yeah. Are you saying that the Blue Man Group kidnap women? I just want to be clear about that legally.
Yeah, Smurfs do.
No, I think the thing is that either Balaclava Man is irrelevant to what's gone on, or I think it is Nick Huntley.
I think it's probably Patrick Ballady, but I have no idea why. Is a problem for all these shows, The Missing, Broadchurch, and all these, is because TV has become such a talking point. We have a week to give out all these theories, and you don't. It almost spoils it when you get to the end.
10
doesn't
burning
it?
questions and...
Oh yeah. Having Broadchurch and this on at exactly the same period of time, for me, just highlights how poor of a writer Chris Chibnall is.
We've compared the two, haven't we? We've
You
compared
can't
the two.
not really, because they're both.
Well, yeah,
juggernauts.
well, ITV and
In terms
BBC
of
have
the
done
way
that.
as I said before, I think Chris Chibnall's a good storyteller, but his character development sucks, and I think that you can see that the intricacies of the characters.
And Jed has pressed the reset button 4 times now, with so
Well,
many different
once
stories.
Line
and
of
different
Duty's
characters.
over, Jed can go and write Doctor Who, yeah?